So, it's another episode of the I'm Not a Hater podcast with your favorite black dude. All right, listen, checking in with some sports hot takes, just my opinion on certain things related to sports, mainly football, basketball, this go around. Listen, you can agree if you want. We can politely disagree, agree to disagree, whatever the case may be. Listen, but if you're a first time viewer, please hit the like, subscribe, the comment button, hype me up. Let me know that you're paying attention to what I'm doing. It's very important when coming up with episodes and content. But thanks in advance for even tuning in the first place. I appreciate it for sure. But listen, man, getting right into it. We need a holiday after the Super Bowl. Okay, Super Bowl Monday is a real thing. It gets to the point where basically I'm dragging. Okay, I feel like we should have the day off after the Super Bowl. In hindsight, what I'm really saying, we should have the day off after the Super Bowl. Whether your team participates or not, I feel like everybody should just have the day off. You going to Super Bowl parties, you watching it on your own, whatever the case may be. It's a draining activity. It's 4 hours plus of football, plus the pregame shows if you tune into those. So with all that, it's a whole 12 hours of football. And between that and everything else that happens, Monday after the Super Bowl is one of the hardest days I've ever had to do. And since I have a job that requires you to actually have focus, working with kids, I do believe we deserve to have the day off. And that's just how I feel about that. Um, you may agree with it, may not. Hey, man, we can talk about it. But in my opinion, being an avid sports fan, I tune into the Super Bowl. I have every year in my adult life. I don't think I've missed it yet. And the next day is always hard for me. So I'm petitioning whoever it may be, hit us off with a day. Or allow us to it not count against any PTO or something. But give us something. We need a day off. That's just how I feel about that. Listen up, it's NBA All-Star Weekend. Have you tuned in? Are you excited about it? Judging off of what I've seen on various social medias, nobody's hyped about it anymore. All the hype went out the window a long time ago. Okay, and it's not even just about the dunk contest because I could spend hours on that. I didn't even watch All-Star Saturday night. Like, I think the last All-Star Saturday night I watched was probably 2019, somewhere around there, to be honest. I just catch the highlights now on YouTube. Um, and even watching the highlights of the dunk contest this morning, um, I wasn't impressed. Uh, the last great dunk contest, in my opinion, was 2016. I also saw Vince Carter in 2000. I was a kid in the 90s. So I got to see all those dunk contests. Some of them were good, some of them were average, but the stars, right? Because that's what I'm really getting at. The stars actually competed, and we want to talk about who ruined what and who stopped the flow of what. If you want to be honest, it's not just LeBron. You want to put LeBron in it, but there's plenty of other stars that could compete in these contests. They just choose not to. They do not care about it um, like we think they should, right? Because we, as the fans, believe that they should actually care about this thing and actually want to be involved. And they obviously are showing you year after year they could care less. They really just want to be chilling, relaxing. Um, and at some point, it may feel like cancel the All-Star game or do something different. I mean, but if you want to be honest, listen, the Pro Bowl, right? Going back to football for a quick second, the Pro Bowl lost its luster when they took the pads off and decided to make it flag football. When the last time you watched the Pro Bowl? You don't. They do a bunch of games and random stuff, and that's it. Like, it's not exciting anymore. I still remember watching Sean Taylor get that hit on that punter in the Pro Bowl. Like, that was exciting. It felt like it mattered to them back then. And the same with the NBA All-Star Weekend. To certain stars, it mattered. It mattered more to some than others. I feel like the generation now, if you want to throw LeBron and KD and all them in there, I feel like, like I said, they don't care about it. It's not that serious to them. Um, that dunk contest what I saw of it yesterday, well, this morning actually, was atrocious. To be completely honest, it was atrocious, downright trash. Um, and salute to the dude who won. I didn't even bother to watch the highlights really. I turned on the 2016 dunk contest. Like I said, that was the last great dunk contest. Those two dudes, Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, they battled, and you want to know why? Because they wanted to compete. They really wanted to be a part of it, and you can't get anybody to do anything these days. They don't even compete in the All-Star game. So if you think they gonna compete for a dunk contest, you're sadly mistaken. Gone are the days of competitive exhibition basketball, right? Because people would say like, oh, they don't compete in the All-Star game. If you go back and you look, right? You go back and you look at the 90s, right? They gave you a show like the first maybe 2.5, 3 quarters. By that fourth quarter, everybody was in defensive stances and they were competing. And you could sit there and say, like, oh, no, that's not true. It's very true. They played like they had something on the line. Even if it was conference bragging rights, they played very hard. And these dudes today, I hate to sound like the old man on the lawn, and maybe that's where I'm headed because I'm getting older. But these dudes today don't compete. Now I'm looking forward to seeing the All-Star game today. Yes, I'm going to watch. Looking forward to seeing it. I'm hoping that they, prove me wrong. But right now, I feel like they're not going to compete. And what's going on with the time? The All-Star game used to be primetime television. Why is it on at 5 o'clock in the afternoon? I mean, that in itself is not sitting right with me. I was trying to find I came home yesterday, obviously from being out on Valentine's Day, right? I thought it was gonna be on, ESPN or something. Now I've come to find out it was already on and off. The Winter Olympics is bigger draw than the NBA All-Star game. That shows you a lot. Okay, people are not caring about these advertisers, and these networks don't even care about the All-Star game. They care more about the Winter Olympics. That shows you what's happening as far as where they rank in basketball right now. Basketball, the NBA, in my opinion, is losing right now. Okay, the product on the court is bad. The players don't want to play. We watching LeBron in the year 23, and people want him to go home. He got his son out there. Is his son good? It's all this type of stuff that's happening. And then, KD's still there. He's an old man too. All these old dudes is carrying the league. The young dudes don't care. This is a bunch of things that's happening, and they proving the fans right every time. Like, why didn't LeBron compete in the dunk contest? Was he scared to lose? Probably so. Jordan lost. If we're gonna have that debate, I'm not going down that rabbit hole, but Jordan lost. Why didn't LeBron compete in the 3-point contest? Jordan did. He sucked at it, but he did it. Why are you running from it? It's part of what you do as the face of the league, supposedly. Why run from it? Do it. If you win, you win. If you lose, okay. But I know, because guess what? LeBron reads the comments. LeBron's on social media. So if he loses, LeBron is going to be the laughing stock of everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. He's going to be the laughing stock if he loses. LeBron doesn't want that kind of pressure. He can't deal with that. His ego is kind of fragile. He can't really handle it. So he didn't compete. So guess what it showed everybody else? If LeBron, the leader, right? Because LeBron is like the leader of the generation. If LeBron is the leader of the generation and he doesn't compete, and he doesn't throw his name in the hat and actually do it, then we don't have to do it either. Now you just got a, snowball effect. Everybody just backing out of stuff, don't want to do it. I can't really do that, X, Y, and Z. And you want to point the finger, you could point it at him, but also in the same breath, like, people got to have minds of their own. Why are these players just like, yo, I'm gonna just do it? because people tweet each other or they message each other, yo, I'll do it if you do it. What's with the peer pressure? Just go out and do it. You could be the only star in the thing versus the rising stars of whoever they pick. And John Morant go dunk, Zion go dunk. Like, it would have been refreshing to see those two. I don't think you really gonna see them either, due to what they got going on off the court, injuries, etc. But it would have been refreshing to see them. Like I said, the last great dunk contest, 2016. I go back to it. Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon put on the show. They put on one for the record books. You can't deny it. It is what it is. Will you ever see one like that again? Probably not, because again, the stars, right? The stars, the ones below them, whatever next up, they don't want to compete anymore. Nobody wants to put themselves out there to take the L, or win. Nobody wants to do that. So, it's going to be boring for the fans who like to tune in, like myself, who like to watch. It's going to be boring for us because nobody wants to compete. But listen, Adam Silver, like, get it back on prime time. I don't know if you got to switch it to ESPN, and we need some entertainment with it. It look dry, look boring. Get me Charles Barkley, Shaq, Kenny Smith, and Ernie Johnson any day to do commentating, please, because at least if they once they get dry and boring, they're gonna bring the comedy. And you could sprinkle in a little bit of Kevin Hart. Yep, I said it. Sprinkle in a little bit of Kevin Hart, and you got a fantastic show. And another thing, stop including all these content creators in the All-Star Weekend. Why was Drewski out there throwing passes? Like, come on, just let it be about the athletes, man. I get it that we have to link in with what's hot at the moment. Content creation is cool, but it's a sports event. Like, I want to see sports. I don't necessarily want to see content creators being involved, because next thing you know, they're gonna be trying to be in the dunk contest or something crazy like that. Like, just let it be about the sports element for once. They overdid it on TNT that last year too. Just let it be about the sports. Focus on the sports. It'll be a better product. But I think, they're trying with this USA versus the world. I'm going to see how that goes. I feel like the USA is probably going to win because the world, I don't know if they care that much. And I'm not blaming them for that. They probably just going off of what their American counterparts are doing, to be honest. But looking forward to seeing the All-Star game. Hopefully it's a good game, maybe competitive somewhat. And that's it. But don't look for the All-Star game to be, the All-Star weekend to be the marquee anymore, because it's definitely not. It's not happening. And that's just, the sad, unfortunate truth of where sports is. They've taken all the competitiveness and fun out of sports and left us with just bare bones stuff. Like I said, the Pro Bowl is just a flag football game now. All-Star Weekend is on at 5 p.m. Like, what? All-Star Weekend used to start at 7:30 on TNT and go all the way to midnight. I mean, boy, the times have changed in a year. Like, that's crazy. So, they're all about growing the dollar, but the product is terrible. It just is what it is. So, listen, that's enough hot takes for the day on sports, man. I just wanted to get this off my chest because it was bothering me a little bit. But yo, if you enjoyed this episode, man, again, I have a whole channel worth of episodes you can tune into. You'll see them. Just visit I'm Not a Hater podcast, man. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace and love and all that. I'm out.